This Jnana Mudra comes up. This is more of a receiving of universal energy that's all around us. The thumb is in classical yoga is known as the fire element, so it stimulates. And we are stimulating air. The element of air and flow. So close the eyes. So in this mudra, we are open to the universal life force all around us and keep it circulating within the body and within our consciousness. Come to a nice slow breath. Remember here, we're just gently pulling the abdomen in. There's no force involved. In normal breath, we're also using the Ujjayi breath, where we have that little bit of tension in the back of the throat. And then let's begin our practice. Inhale, bringing hands to heart center and sharing the pranava 3 times, taking a breath in. Om. 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 Shanti, shanti, shanti. Our hands are together in prayer position. This is a special mudra called Anjali Mudra, heart-centered peace mudra. What we're doing here is with equal weight on the right and the left hand, each finger touching and the palm touching, we are equalizing and harmonizing the energies coming up the right and left side of the body to meet in the middle, which is one of the main goals of a yoga practice. When you get into that subtle energetic understanding of your practice. So here we're harmonizing and equalizing. And let us share the Guru Mantra 3 times, taking a breath in. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om. Shanti, shanti, shanti. And so release. And let's begin like we did yesterday with 5 minutes of Kapalabhati breath. Remembering your cautions for you today, and it can change. One day you feel really great, doing it for 5 minutes, another day you say, I do 10 reps and I need to take a normal breath for a little bit. So listen to your body and go ahead and begin. Long exhale here. Nice. Deep breath. So a little more volition in your inhale and exhale. Really experiencing how the breath is moving through the lower, middle, and upper lungs as you inhale, and then reversing that flow as you exhale. Stay here for 2 more breaths. This experience. Okay. Keep that same breath, but engage the muladhara bandha on each exhale. And let it go as you inhale, a nice relaxed inhale. Engage the muladhara as you bring the belly button in. We're not doing uddiyana yet, just muladhara. Just feel that energy contracting and moving up from the perineum. All right, go ahead. One more breath with this awareness. Okay, the next exercise, and I'm not sure if I made it clear yesterday. When you engage the Uddiyana Bandha, that's bringing the navel in towards the spine and then kind of thinking contraction and lifting up. You only do that after an exhale. Because remember, the diaphragm has to be all the way up here, pressing the lungs out of the way as you massage those internal organs and kind of mush them around. So it's only done on an exhale. So now you will have a nice normal inhale, nice and relaxed. As you exhale, think about engaging the muladhara. At the end of the exhale, hold your breath and really contract the abdomen and then think energy up as you hold your breath. Only hold your breath as long as comfortable, 2 seconds, 4 seconds, whatever, and then let go. We're going to continue that, maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 repetitions. This is the caution. One, of course, anytime you feel dizzy or uncomfortable, you stop. The second one is sometimes after we've held all this energy in, we cannot take a full comfortable inhale. If that happens, which is perfectly normal, just do a few inhales, exhales, just normal breath until you feel that your body is relaxed again, and then start the inhale and exhale Uddiyana. Okay, so take your time in between your reps. All right, go ahead and start. Just do a little breath, shake it out if you need to. Okay, let's do it 2 more times, and you probably already did a little bit of the chin lock, the Jalandhar bandha when you were doing it. Just because it's just the tendency of our body, once we sort of bring it in, the Uddiyana, our sternum does lift, and we can do the chin lock. So let's just do 2 breaths with all the locks. Inhale normal, relax. Exhale, start engaging the muladhara. At the bottom of the exhale, Uddiyana, bandha, and Jalandhar. Hold it for whatever's comfortable, and then let go of chin lock, Uddiyana, muladhara, as you inhale and relax. All right, go ahead and start. The normal breath. The nice thing about when we engage the chin lock is that sometimes in Uddiyana, we have a tendency to round the shoulders as we're bringing our abdomen in, and then that closes off the chest. So in Jalandhar bandha, we have to have a straight spine and think about bringing the sternum up to meet the chest or to meet the chin. And so that helps open up the thoracic cavity so we can experience it all. Okay, one more thing I want to introduce, just for fun, is in Agnisara, you engage the muladhara and the Uddiyana. You do not engage the chin lock. Once you have the Uddiyana bandha set, you're holding your breath, you start moving your abdomen in and out in silence. And it's a really nice feeling once you figure this out. So I want you to play with it. You can think about, remember, it's on an exhale, holding your breath. You can think about contracting the right side and the left side, so kind of look like this. Or you can think about letting the navel go in and out, in and out, in and out, but without letting go of keeping the diaphragm up here by the lungs. So you've got sort of a, you can think that you push the organs up. I mean, that's not really happen, but you push them all up, and now you're just letting your abdominal muscles move like this. All right? Do it on the exhale, holding your breath. Go ahead and try. Fine. Take it out. Well, Agnisara is a wonderful practice for massaging the liver, the gallbladder, getting blood flow there. It's great for what we call in yoga the samana vayu. Right? So remember, let's go back. We have bandhas, which are locks. You have locks with your hands, mudras. You have locks with the 3 bandhas that we just did to influence the flow of the subtle energy through your body. The flow of that subtle energy are called winds or vayus. And there are specific vayus that have specific properties for your overall health. So the samana vayu or samana air is located here in the abdominal region. So when you do agnisara, which is agni is called fire, you are firing up and reinvigorating all the subtle energy that happens here in the abdomen. Physically, it's digestion and metabolism. Subtle energy, it's the energy of willpower, volition, and intention. All right, let's come to child's pose. Knees can be apart, resting the chin on the floor. Let's stay here. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really gentle downward facing dog, first one of the day. Lift the hips, curl the toes under, and as you exhale, push back into your first downward dog of the day. Nice and easy, feet can be as wide as your mat. Really stretch through those shoulders, lengthen the back. Not worried about if your knees are bent or not. We've been sitting for about 20 minutes, so this is a nice way to lengthen that back again and open up the shoulders. Let's stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, gently come down to your knees for neutral tabletop. Let's do our cow and cat, really thinking about harmonizing the movement of the body with your breath. Go ahead and do 5 reps. And I've got one more, and then I'll meet you in neutral tabletop. Coming to neutral tabletop, exhale to child's pose once more. On your next inhale, sit up into Vajrasana. If you're able to sit in Vajrasana comfortably, we're going to stay there. You can also put a block underneath your tailbone if you like. That's what I'm going to do today. I think we'll look stiff. Because here, it's a different experience to do the muladhara bandha. So Let's just do 5 reps on your own. Take a gentle inhale as you exhale, engage the muladhara bandha. And then inhale again, do 5 reps and just experience how this. And release, release. So you see, when you're sitting in this position, there's a lot more pressure down to the pelvis. So you can really understand how that muladhara bandha is holding everything in and not letting it dissipate. Okay, downward facing dog. Bring the hands forward, curl the toes under, and let's come into downward facing dog. And let's hold here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time, coming down to neutral tabletop as you exhale. And let's do thread the needle, right hand first. Inhale, bring the right arm up. As you exhale, thread the needle. Just let yourself sink into this position, nice, gentle spinal twist here. We'll stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, let's come back to neutral tabletop. Opposite side, inhale, bring that left arm up, and exhale, triangle twist. And let's hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back up to neutral tabletop. Exhale, go ahead and sit again on your heels back in Vajrasana. Getting ready to come into some lunges. Inhale, stand up on your knees. Right foot first. As you inhale, shift the weight to that left hip, step forward with the right, and come into a nice lunge. Hold here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your hands from the floor, lift the torso a little bit more so that you're over your pelvis, arms are by our sides. Open the palms, inhale arms up. At the top, hands together, drop the shoulders. Hold here. So we're engaging those shoulder blades, letting them come towards the spine and then down to the top. Our armpits are opening up to the outside as we do this. Hold here. And stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, release your hands back down to the mat. This time, place both hands on the inside or to the left of your right foot and walk your right foot to the right side of your mat. From here, as you exhale, see if you can lower your elbows down to the mat. And open. Let's stay here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you inhale, bring your hands back to the mat on the inside of the right foot. Walk that right foot back to the middle of your mat. Right hand comes on the outside of the right foot. You're back in your original lunge. Coming into a little spinal twist. First, lift the torso. Take the hands off the mat. Torso is over your pelvis, hands are by your side. Open up the palms. Inhale, arms up. At the top, hands together, and exhale to your front. From here, a spinal twist. As you inhale, left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. Back to the hands. And you're in spinal twist. Hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back to heart center, facing forward. Release the hands to your side. Open the palms once more. Inhale, arms up. And now as you exhale, shift the weight back over that left hip. And bring your right knee to meet the left. As you exhale, relax your hands down to your sides. We'll repeat on the left side. As you inhale, shift the weight to the right hip. Step forward with the left foot and come into your lunge, hands on either side of the left knee. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the torso up off that leg. It's now over your pelvis, hands are by your side. Open the palm, inhale, arms up. Hands together, hold here. Relax the shoulders down. Let yourself sink into the mat. Deep breath. As you exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Coming into a spinal twist, looking to the left. As you inhale, right elbow comes to the outside of your left knee. Stack your hands and feel this nice twist here. And we'll hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale the hands back to heart center, looking forward. As you exhale, release the hands to your side. One more time, open the palm, inhale, arms up. At the top, hands together. Now, as you exhale, shift that weight back to your right hip. And then bring the left knee to reach the right knee. Exhale, release your hands down to your side. Exhale again, sit in Vajrasana. Close the eyes. Engage the muladhara bandha with each exhale. Breath here. And then come into pigeon pose, right leg is in front. So you just scoot that right leg forward. Right knee is bent. Take that right foot, and as you comfortably can, you open it out to the right. Square your hips to the mat. Let's have our forearms on the mat, elbows in line with our knees. From here, exhale, release the head down and extend the arms forward, palms down. Let's stay here. Nice, relaxed back. Opening the hips. As best we can, having the forehead make contact with the mat. If that's not possible, put your fist here, right underneath your forehead so you can rest it there. We like to have contact with our Agna chakra. Let's hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift the head and slide those elbows back so they're in line with your knee. On your next inhale, let's see if we can come up to our hands in line, or just a little bit in front of your knee. Shine the heart. Think about lengthening the spine up through the top of the head. Shining the heart forward. Hold here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, sit on that right buttocks. Inhale, bend the left knee and bring the heel towards the butt. Hold here. Let's stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, gently release that left foot. And now we're going to swing the left foot in front of us all the way to the outside of our right knee. So just take that leg, swing it forward, bring the right foot on the outside of the right knee. We're all set up for a seated spinal twist. Take your right hand, you can hug the right knee a little closer to your chest if you're able. What's important here is the long, lengthened spine. Inhale the left arm up overhead. Roll the shoulders up and back, sit up straight. Take another big breath in. And as you exhale, look to your left. Inhale again to grow tall. And exhale, release the left hand behind you. Looking over your left shoulder through the corners of your eyes. And here, it's kind of nice to engage that muladhara bandha with each exhale also.
Let's stay here just a little bit longer. Two more of your own breaths. And then to come out, open up the left palm. Inhale the left arm up behind you. As you exhale, return to center and release your arm. All right, left side pigeon. On left knee is already in front, so just swing that right leg behind you. Come down to your forearms, square the hip points down. As you exhale, release the forehead to the mat. And if you can, extend both arms in front of you, resting the forehead on the mat. And let's hold here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the head, slide those elbows back in line with your knee. As you're holding here, do your best not to let the shoulders come to the ears. Roll them back behind you, engaging those muscles that hold the shoulder blades back. And then as you inhale, rise up. If you can, bring your hands in line with your knee or slightly in front. Lengthen the spine up. So you're lengthening up and dropping the hips. Shine the heart. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, shift the weight to your left butt. Inhale, bring that right heel towards your butt. And hold it there. Let's hold here. So if you find any of these poses a little bit challenging, just take your mental awareness to your breath rather than where it's feeling discomfort. And just deep breathe. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, gently release that right leg. Now let's swing the right leg forward in front of our body. Right foot is on the outside of the left knee. Both buttocks are on the mat. Take that left arm. You can hug the right knee closer to you. Inhale, extend the right arm up. Roll the shoulders up and back. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, find the twist to the right. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, bring the right arm behind you. Looking over the right shoulder, through the corner of their eye, and engage the muladhara bandha with each exhale. Let's stay here for 2 more of your own breath. And then to come out of the pose, turn the right palm up. Inhale that right arm up behind you. As you exhale, come back to center and release. Extend both legs in front of you, Dandasana. So Dandasana, again, is rather an active pose because we're really thinking about extending the spine at the same time rolling the shoulders up. So we're anchoring through the sits bones and then growing tall through the top of the head. And this is a good place again to practice the muladhara bandha as we hold this pose. So let's hold this pose for 5 of your own breaths. Engage in the muladhara with each exhale. And then take your last exhale and relax. All right, we're gonna do one more fun thing. So if you are used to doing, it's already a practice, a full shoulder stand. In the full shoulder stand, we're going to bring the soles of our feet together, knees wide, as if you're in a butterfly pose. And in that position, on your exhale, you practice the muladhara bandha. Now, if a shoulder stand is not in your practice, you can do this from a waterfall pose where you're simply like this. Maybe your hands are underneath your feet. I can't do it. My hips don't open that way, but let's pretend that I'm in a butterfly pose here. And in this position, with each exhale, I engage the muladhara bandha. So whether you're here or whether you're in a full waterfall pose, it's a really, really nice to do. So go ahead, come into your shoulder stand, supported shoulder stand, or waterfall pose. Bring your feet into butterfly pose and practice 5 repetitions of the muladhara bandha. I'll join you. Gently come out, whatever pose you chose. All right. Unfortunately, it escapes me the Sanskrit word for this mudra, but it's really a nice mudra. And just as you felt, when you are sitting in what we call sukhasana, an easy cross-legged pose, or when you're in vajrasana, or when you're in that small inversion, the pressure when you inhale and exhale is a little different in that pelvic floor. So when we experience the muladhara bandha, again, we are trying to channel the energy to not dissipate out of our body and stay within the body. All right, let's come to our backs. Let's do an easy spinal twist before we end the class. Arms are extended out to the sides. We'll use that pelvic tilt to float the knees to be over our hips. So take a breath in. Exhale, contract. Feel that small tilt and float the knees up. As you exhale, knees go right, you look left. And let's hold here. And a nice slow count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Using that pelvic tilt to come back to center, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, feel the tilt, and float to center. On your next exhale, knees go left and you look right. And we'll hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, just for fun and for awareness, when we do the pelvic tilt before we float to center, I want you to notice if you are already just naturally engaging slightly the muladhara bandha. All right, so all together, take a breath in. Sorry, take a breath in, exhale, feel the contraction, feel the tilt, and come to center. Inhale, hands to knee, exhale, knees to chest. Okay, feel your breath when it's just normal. And now experience a little bit of the difference as you exhale and engage the muladhara bandha in this position. Let's stay here for 2 more of your breaths. Now release the muladhara bandha as you exhale and extend first the right leg and then the left leg down the mat as we settle into Savasana. If you're feeling a little bit of tension in the upper body or neck, go ahead and let your head roll from right to left a few times with your breath. And then just settle in to your Savasana. And gently coming out of our Savasana, let's open our eyes first. Bringing back our awareness to the five senses with our vision, our hearing, and our smell. And now let's bring movement to the different body parts, starting with the small ones, fingers and toes, ankles and wrists, and feet. Then gradually bringing more movement to the bigger joints and muscle groups. And as we find this movement, perhaps taking some deeper breaths. And then all together, let's roll over to one side. And using your hands for support as you exhale, come to your seated position. Once more, bringing our hands into Dhyana Mudra. Rolling the shoulders up and back, sinking into the mat, even as we grow tall and light through our spine to the top of the head. Coming back to that relaxed breath when the chest is quiet. Closing our practice, inhale, bring hands to heart center. Sharing the crown over one side, take a breath in. Exhale, body down to the teacher and gently coming up. Let's open our eyes again once more. Back into full awareness, ready for the day. Namaste. Thank you.